Hi, I'm Emily Rose, coming to you from CBS News World Headquarters in New York City. I'm a graduate of Penn State University, and my ambition is to become a reporter. I'm sure I'd be an excellent contributor to your broadcast. Good morning, I'm Emily Rose reporting live from the Penn State Hub, where hundreds of young voters are casting their ballots for the first time in a national election. Although Obama leads McCain by a slight margin, John McCain refuses to give up Pennsylvania's 21 electoral votes. Pennsylvania voters matter now more than ever in this key battleground state, and candidates have stopped by State College to try and persuade voters. Last Tuesday, Sarah Palin spoke to a packed rec hall with a follow-up visit from Bill Clinton on Wednesday. Although there are dozens of polling places open in State College, students who live on campus are required to come out to the hub to cast their ballots. With over 40,000 students living in University Park, State College can certainly make a difference in whether Pennsylvania decides to go red or blue on this election day. Reporting live from Center County, I'm Emily Rose. BlackBerry's Google and Facebook are helping everyone stay connected, but we could be facing a technology overload. How are millennials missing out on more traditional ways of communicating? Tumbling energy prices and stronger than expected earnings reports have given investors a new burst of optimism about the economy. The Dow posted its second consecutive triple-digit gain as oil prices continue to slide. Oil is trading below $130 a barrel for the first time in more than a month. CBS's Anthony Mason has more. You've seen these unique moves on the big screen, but you may be able to find the same kind of action in your local parks and city streets. With the holiday season approaching, Center County Paws won't adopt an animal to just anyone. Those interested must go through an application process before they're able to adopt a pet. Another State College bar that chose to go smoke-free is the Dark Horse. Managers believe that the smoke-free air will attract clientele as well as increase food sales. In Center County, I'm Emily Rose. A movement of urban sports is catching on across the United States. It includes parkour and urban climbing, and the only equipment is the human body and urban structures. The technical definition of parkour is the art of moving efficiently from one point to another. The sport is quickly gaining popularity on the urban scene, as some athletes describe.
It's very much an internet-based community. A lot of the people you see out here first saw it on the internet.
In high school, I saw a video online, and I thought it was just really cool what they were doing.
Home videos posted on the internet spread the word about urban sport. Some parkour videos now have over 20 million hits on YouTube. Sites like AmericanParkour.com and UrbanClimberMag.com are forums for enthusiasts to connect.
I think that plays a major part in it, just because you can see all these people moving in so many different ways, doing so many incredible things.
While parkour, sometimes referred to as free running, grew as an underground movement, mainstream companies took notice. K-Swiss launched their free running shoe line in 2007, introducing the sport to a wider audience. Parkour is the star of the chase scene in the newest James Bond film, Casino Royale, where French stuntman Sébastien Faucon uses flips, twists, and jumps to get through a construction site. You've seen these unique moves on the big screen, but you may be able to find the same kind of action in your local parks and city streets.
I came to bring the kids to the park, and then when I saw that, I was like, wow, it takes a lot of nerve, because I wouldn't attempt it in my old age, but that's the arrogance of youth.
I saw them doing it. It's cool. It kind of inspired me a little bit. I kind of want to look into it.
Although parkour may seem spontaneous, the activity actually requires intense training.
The important thing is just to train responsibly, always stay within your limits, and just, I try to build confidence instead of getting rid of fear, so I'm really always doing things that I'm confident in my abilities.
Urban climbing and parkour use athletic movements that rely on strength, agility, and conditioning. However, even an experienced athlete can get hurt. Falling from a climb or landing a jump the wrong way can cause serious injuries.
With urban free-flow running or parkour, like I tore my meniscus doing a little bit too much of it in my knee and kind of messed up my MCL.
The sports use a variety of city structures, some of which are private property. Recently, 2 climbers were arrested on the spot after climbing the New York Times building.
I know my own limits, and when I'm climbing, I'm very conscious of what I'm doing in my movement, but what are the consequences from Homeland Security or, the police?
Unless you're climbing on your own private property or unless you're climbing in a public space that sort of forgives it, climbing in somebody else's property is trespassing. So for sure there's bound to be legal issues.
Regardless of the potential danger, this underground movement is growing with the help of corporate sponsorship and internet exposure. These urban athletes have found a way to combine art and sport. This is Emily Rose for CBS News, New York. I think when everyone's always trying to get back to each other so quickly and keep up with the speed of life today, we might be missing out on some of the face-to-face interaction we're having right now. Do people ever really get together like this anymore and just talk? Today, millennials are more connected than ever before. Anyone can check their email, chat with friends, or access information at the click of a button.
I'm checking my email constantly. I don't know if an iPod would count, but I'm listening to my iPod all the time. And of course, cell phones, on my cell phone all the time, texting, calling.
Here at Penn State, everything is online, like our assignments, our postings, to get informations, everything using our laptops from the internet.
BlackBerry's Google and Facebook are helping everyone stay connected, but we could be facing a technology overload. How are millennials missing out on more traditional ways of communicating?
I'd rather text someone most of the time than call them on the phone. I definitely think there's a whole lot less face-to-face communication.
Students are always glued to their cell phones or plugged into their headphones when walking to class. Sending quick notes to our friends may be convenient, but how is this generation losing touch?
I just feel we're so not connected to anybody anymore because we're always texting, we're always IMing or even Facebook anything. Like everything's so about not being face-to-face with anybody or hearing their voice.
Not only are we losing face-to-face time, the way we choose to study is changing as well.
I'm a science major and we research a lot faster because there's so many networks that you just type in the one thing that you want and then you find all of the information at once. Whereas in past generations it was like going through book after book, finding little snippets and never finding like one big piece. It's much more concise and easier to find everything.
You used to have to go to the library, go through card catalogs, walk through the stacks, find what you're looking for. Google Scholar, you can find it in seconds. It's just very, very easy to find the information you need to solve problems now, which helps a lot.
Despite the convenience, some millennials are concerned the quality of the research may be decreasing.
Research, going to the library is not so common anymore. We have Google and Wikipedia to do that job for us. So I think that's a definite loss. I think that the physical act of going to do that research.
There's all sorts of print sources that aren't online yet, and people don't realize that. There's a lot of stuff that's on print, on maybe some older technologies like microfilm, that may never become digitized and put online. That's the stuff that the library is really working on, is how do we provide that deep access to materials that you need.
By using online databases, old methods of research combine with the new to create a more complete system of education.
If you're looking in the right places with the right sources, then they'll tell you to look into good books or into good microfilms and things like that. So you're still getting the best of both worlds.
Although traditions are evolving with new technologies, millennials are confident the change is for the best.